you, everybody. I'm on Batson. I just really want to thank each and every one of you for being here tonight to support and celebrate each of the Hall of Fame inductees. This truly is an honor. I want to thank the Hall of Fame committee for looking at my athletic career and deeming it worthy of being in the Hall of Fame. I had a quick walk down the Hall of Fame hall and tape and saw who the current members are. And it truly is people who made huge contributions to sport at York, both on the field and off the field, and quite a few that went on to contribute outside of York, either in professional sports careers or even representing Canada in their sports. So for me to be a part of that is, I feel really fortunate. When you look at my bio, as Coach mentioned, there are a lot of individual stats and records that I still have, and I'm very grateful for those. They do mean a lot to me. They do represent a lot of hard work at one point in my life, and I do take great honor in that. But, football is a team sport, and a lot of what I did on the field required 11 other gentlemen to do their jobs and a coaching staff to coordinate everything. So, I'm honored for the records I have, but I do share that with my teammates. It's also an honor to be in the Hall of Fame because I get to share part of my life, a huge part of my life, that I'm very proud of, with my lovely wife, Sunshine, who got married a couple years later, or a couple years ago. And, really doesn't know that part of my life unless I talk to her about it. And so, at that point, it kind of just goes in one ear and out the other. But, I'm excited for tonight for that reason. I get to share what was one of the greatest points in my life, being at York University with my wife, and also her parents that are here tonight as well too. Guys, I did play sports. I'm not just a football fan, I did participate. And also, my two lovely sons that were born this year, who have no idea what they're here for. But one day, we'll have the opportunity to go to York University and see their dad's face on the wall. And that means a lot to me. It means I'm very thankful for that. Individual accolades were mentioned, and as I said, I do share this with my yeoman football players. Each of the years that I played, that is actually one of my biggest accomplishments and one of the things I'm most proud of. As has already been mentioned, I'm sure everyone knows the trials and tribulations that the football program has been through, and I was certainly there for a portion of that. And my era was the 1993 to 1998 era. And you guys are laughing. Not only, it was a great year to be an athlete at York, to be honest. It was a great year because a lot of teams were brought together at that time. But for the football point of view, these gentlemen represented guys that taught me a lot about life and sport. And a lot of that transitioned into my professional career. 1993 was a year where we had a great recruiting year, and in my eyes, it ended up being a pivotal year in the program because we were able to retain a lot of the recruits that came in that year. And one of the problems we faced a lot was a lot of guys would play one year and not come back the next year, so we always had a high turnover. But that year kind of started with something great, where guys started to believe in what we're trying to build at York. So for that, I'm hugely proud of, and I give a lot of praise to them because they stuck through it as well. lot of praise goes to the coaching staff. Every coach that I played for, the York football team, they laid the foundation for leadership and instilling belief in us players. It took a lot to go through what we did here, like not winning any games for a number of years, and then fighting for the program, because there was a point where there was rumors that the program was going to be folded and we didn't have anywhere to go. And we had, as far as I know, a coaching staff and a lot of other administrators that fought for our program and improved it a lot to continue to what it is today. I mean, when we started, we didn't have a field. And then I would drive to New York now and we have a stadium. And now there's a Pan Am Stadium. And, you know, everything just keeps on growing with York. And you know, a lot has to go to those young teams that kind of help the program proceed. As you know, I also ran some track at York, and I was very fortunate that they allowed me to run the team. I was a sort of, not part-time, but you know, they allowed me to play football and in the off-season run some track. And I was football fast, but I was not track fast. And I know Sue Wise and also Molly Killenbeck put a lot of time and sacrifice, you know, to try to teach me how to run. And I tried to learn a lot, but once the gun went off, I became a receiver again. So, but you know, my time with the York track team, you know, I didn't know what to expect at first. For me, it was a platform to make myself a better athlete, to make myself faster, which I could use to improve my my abilities. But once I became part of the team, I was very fortunate because what I saw was a lot of athletes that there was a lot of synergy and the same teamwork and unity that I experienced with the football team, I saw with the track team. And one of my fondest memories are, well, we are going to CIU championships and seeing each team member cheering on each member in their individual events. As you know, I don't know if you've ever been to a track and field meet, but it's a long day. It starts at, you know, often 8 in the morning and it will go till 7 at night. And the challenge with track and field is how do you cheer each other on and keep everyone motivated. Well, with the track team, it was just as much spirit with them as it was with the football field. And you know, I kind of saw that growing in my 2 years where I was running with them. And I don't think a lot of people know, but if you go to the football games now and hear people cheering in the stands, the oop oop, why you, oop oop, why you. That actually started with the track and field team, I think on a bus somewhere. And maybe it's an urban myth where it started, but I know with the track team, it was on a bus ride somewhere, and that cheer, you know, that actually helped us a lot in CIs from what I remember, and our team was very successful. And so as I said, I'm very proud to be part of the teams. I was not the greatest athlete. I was really good on relays, if you put with a team of people. But, you know, being on the track team is good. You know, I'm definitely keeping this short, so I'm wrapping this up soon. Just remember 2 things. I have had a lot of people, family members and friends come here tonight. And I really wanted them to come tonight because they actually represented, well, they helped me get the success that I had. A lot of them supported me throughout my high school football and also coming to the games at York. And there's also a bunch of these guys here who kept me motivated in the off-season, who pushed me to be faster, stronger, run better routes, become a better football player. And a lot of these guys are here tonight as well too. I want to say thank you. And obviously, thank you to my parents for allowing me to play football. There was a moment where they were not going to allow me to play football. Thank you for letting me play. Last but not least, There's one thing I want to mention, sorry, last thing is, thinking of the speech for tonight, there's a million things that go through my mind, and I could honestly be up here forever. But there was one pivotal moment in my career at York where a switch was turned on, and I kind of realized my potential. And that was after the 1990, my first season, 1993 season. And Coach Arnott had, he would have us in for an individual one-on-one meeting where he would ask us our opinion on how the season went, how we thought we could be better players, how we could be better teammates, how we could be better leaders. And it was an intimate meeting for about 20 minutes, half an hour, and it was an honest point for someone who's 19 years old speaking to our coach and trying to make this team a better thing. And that moment always stuck with me. But one of the things he did was he handed me a binder, handed everyone a binder, and it included our workout program for the next 9 months, and it detailed what we needed to have done for the next 9 months. He gave us an opportunity to fill it in, and he was going to check that on a weekly basis. And I remember thinking, okay, this is great. We have a plan for next year. When I opened up the binder, there was a saying on the first page, and it was a quote from Vince Lombardi. The quote said, "I firmly believe that any man's finest hour, the greatest fulfillment of all that he holds dear, is that moment when he has worked his heart out in good cause and lies exhausted on the field of battle, victorious." And I remember reading that thinking, wow, it really means something. If you just work hard enough, you'll be victorious. And that saying stuck with me for that entire off season. And I remember working my butt off and becoming a better player. And great things came from my football career after that. So I'm not sure if that exact thing triggered all the other members of the team, but it was at that point where things started churning for our football team. So a big thank you goes to Coach Tom Arnott for all my success at York. It's synonymous with him because without him I wouldn't be here. Thank you very much.